Hello everyone, on a Saturday afternoon. As you can see, all eyes are on the storm that is expected to bring significant, if not major, snowfall to the area overnight tonight. Now, snow is going to begin area-wide, all snow everywhere to start, and it will increase in intensity overnight. But as we head deeper into the nighttime, and especially towards daybreak, that snow is going to start changing over to sleet and maybe even some rain, especially across parts of coastal Massachusetts. Now, after this storm moves out, there's still more to talk about, as we could see another storm in a few days. So we'll talk about that later. Okay, now here we go on our Futurecast radar, timing everything out. I think by the time we get into 11, 12 o'clock, snow will be coming down area-wide, and it'll be coming down at a really good clip, especially across the south. But as we head a little bit closer to daybreak here at around 7 a.m., as you can see, that rain and sleet is taking over much of Massachusetts, maybe getting across the New Hampshire coastline as well. Meanwhile, along the Maine coastline and especially into the North Country, snowing really hard. 2, 3, 3.5 inches per hour, not out of the question, and that accompanied with winds could lead to near blizzard conditions at times. We keep this going for a few more hours before that rain-sleet line does eventually get across the Maine coastline. I don't think it gets into the North Country, but it gets pretty close at some point, and precipitation is going to start to lighten up across the south. And by the time we're at 4, 5, 6 o'clock tomorrow night, we're wrapping this up as just a few rain or snow showers across the area. Now, here we go with our snowfall forecast, and it's a lot, especially across the North Country. Once you get inside of 495 down along the Mass coastline, however, that's where we're going to be seeing a lot of rain meddling in there with that early snow, maybe even a changeover as well. But it's as you head to the northwest of 495, and especially into Maine and New Hampshire, that's when those totals really start to rack up. 12 to as much as 18 inches for places like Lewiston, Maine, Manchester, up into Bangor, Maine as well. And then the jackpot zone is going to be in the White Mountains and across the Central Highlands region of Maine, where we could see up to 2 feet of snow for parts of the Pine Tree State. This is definitely the biggest storm we've seen this season. Now, before I sign off, I do want to take a look at our weather pattern for the next few days. Now, this storm goes by, butts its ugly head into the area, and then moves out pretty harmlessly, leaving in its wake significant snow and some wind and coastal flooding as well. I forgot to mention that factor earlier. We get a couple of solid days, cold ones, before we have another storm system that we're going to have to worry about for the middle to end of next week. This one looks a lot warmer than tonight's storm, but it still has the potential to bring some freezing rain, some mixed precipitation across the North Country, but right now it's looking a lot more wet than white for the coastline. So until then, we're going to take this one storm at a time, and I'm going to update you on the next system when time comes.